There are two methods to bringing in additional items when you sell a primary item. The first method is to use templates. We also can use what's called tag-alongs. So let's start with tag-alongs because those are the easiest. So what we do is we go to Transactions, we go to our inventory, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find under our SKU our robot Mark IV donut maker. So what we're going to do for locate is just type MARK, and here's our Mark VI Deep. Now if I go to Stock Manager, I can create what I call my links. So if I select links, it says, all right, what items, when you sell this, do you want to be prompted to include on the order? So if I go to Linked Items Manager, I now have to find what items are going to go with this. So under my Locate, I'm going to look for an EZ MELT, and I'm going to select that item, and I'm going to send it over to this side here. The next one I'm going to send over is I'm going to look for the MKVI 0546 and send that one over. We'll do one more, and that's going to be the type 5, type F, and we'll send that over. So each of these items, we're going to use whatever the main quantity. If we're going to do one donut maker, we're going to do one of each of these things. Okay? And if you want to change the pricing for each of the items, you can. So if everything looks good, let's go ahead and say close. So these are linked items. So when I go to sell, let me close this. When I go to sell a customer one of those machines and say new, and I sell a MARK, and I got to look it under the SKU. When I sell that, a window comes up and says, what additional items do you wish to sell with this automatic donut maker? And you can pick by clicking these additional items and say to invoice, and that will add all the additional items So now that's been added to our original donut maker, the robot donut maker. Now this is one way to grab multiple items that goes with that order. The next way we're going to do is called a template. And we'll say this is going to be a check for 40-some thousand. Here's the check number. No packing slip. Preview. And here's my 40 column receipt. And if I ask for a large invoice, here's my large invoice. Okay, so that's that linked. Now let's go back into our inventory. And here's where we're going to say we're going to make a new item. And we're going to put it under the donut cutter. And we're going to use a template this time. Not normal, bulk, or matrix, but a template. And our vendor that we buy this product from is Belshaw. So we've got those things we got the vendor, we got a template, and we got the category. So you hit continue. So now we need a description. And we're going to call this AUTMATIC, automatic donut maker. And we're going to give it a SKU, and we're going to call this ADM for automatic donut maker. And we're not going to do labels. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that we're going to go ahead and make this item whenever we sell it, which means we're going to take all the pieces of parts and add it to the one cost item. We're not going to assemble it ahead of time. And we could do serial numbers if the items do need serial numbers. Okay, so the first thing that's going to come up now is what goes into this template. Well, the first thing that's going to go into it is an MARK VI-deep. And there's going to be one of those, and that's what the sell price is going to be. Now you'll notice this thing immediately came up, and we're just going to cancel that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down one, and we're going to add a EZ MELT space 34 dash 120 volt. There's one of those. Then we're going to add an MK VI dash 0546. And the last thing we're going to do is order or add a type 5. Type F. Okay, so it's a total here. Now the one thing we're going to do is we have to make this into a package. So on this line we hit Control P. And then what we do, it says, well, what is the package price for this item? Now, based on this, is 37 is my list price. We're going to say the package price on this is going to be 35. And we're going to take that package, and holding Control up arrow, we're going to move the package up to the top. So that makes these as no sell prices. It'll have costs, but no sell prices. $35,000 for this package. Okay? And as you can see down here, it's $35,000. Now, we get to change the prices. So if we do our price and go into the package, we can make the package $33,000. And if we go to the wholesale, and hit the enter key up here under the package. Up too far. 31,000. Now that is below our cost, so we're going to have to make sure we don't go below our cost. Oops, sorry. I went past that. And that's still below our price. Let's literally go back to that first one for a package and make that package 44,000. And then for our suggested retail, we wanted 44,000. And then for our price, and then for our wholesale price, okay, so we have our three prices for our package. And let's go ahead and save that. So that's the new template for our automatic donut maker. And what we're going to do on that Mark V, we're going to go to that Mark V. And we're going to go back into our stock manager under links and link manager. And we're going to send those pieces parts back because now we're using a template. So when we go to sell, we'll go to customer sale and we'll go to the Olive Garden and create new. And we'll click on this and we're going to look under these items for an automatic donut maker. This tells me it's a template with a T here, and if I select it, and we're going to say it's here, these are those pieces parts. Okay, so with the package, we're selling it for 42,000, and it's up to us to decide whether we just want to print the package description or we want to show everything that goes in, but we won't show the prices because we're not going to display the prices if we wish. We could just hide those. But this, if they total up those prices, it would be more than the $40,000 package price. So they could see what their savings are. So that's basically how you can do links, or you can set up templates that'll take all these pieces parts out of inventory. You can also flag it to say I want to create these, and it will put together all the pieces parts so you'll have one finished good as an ATM versus having to do the assembly every time.